when Jackie Robinson broke Major League Baseball's color barrier in 1947, he wasn't alone for long. That same year, four other black players joined MLB rosters, following in his footsteps. Like Robinson, they faced relentless hostility, teammates who refused to shake their hands, fans who hurled threats and insults, and hotels that wouldn't accommodate them. Beyond proving their worth on the field, they carried the burden of showing the nation that black athletes and black men deserved equal respect. Larry Doby on July 5, 1947, less than 3 months after Robinson's debut, Larry Doby pinch hit for the Cleveland Indians, now Guardians, against the Chicago White Sox, becoming the first black player in the American League. His career began with a strikeout, but ended with induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Born in Camden, South Carolina, and raised in Paterson, New Jersey, Doby excelled in 3 sports before signing with the Newark Eagles of the Negro National League at just 17. To preserve his amateur status and college scholarship, he initially played under the alias Larry Walker. After serving in World War II, he returned to the Eagles until Cleveland owner Bill Vklong, an advocate for integration, brought him to the majors. Unlike Robinson, who first spent a year in the minors, Doby went straight to Cleveland's roster. He started sparingly in 1947, but became a regular the following season, helping the Indians win the 1948 World Series and becoming the first black player to homer in the Fall Classic. Doby earned 7 consecutive All-Star selections from 1949 to 1955, played for the White Sox and Tigers, and retired in 1959. In 1978, he became MLB's second black manager. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1998 and passed away in 2003. Beyond baseball, Doby was also a trailblazer in basketball, briefly playing in the American Basketball League in 1947. Hank Thompson and Willard Brown in July 1947. Critics insisted St. Louis fans would never accept black players. Just days later, the St. Louis Browns tested that claim by signing to 21-year-old Hank Thompson and 32-year-old Negro League star Willard "Home Run" Brown, both from the Kansas City Monarchs. Thompson debuted on July 17th at second base, while Brown played 2 days later. On July 20th, they became the first black players to start together in a big league lineup. Weeks later, they faced Larry Doby's Indians, marking the first time black players competed against each other in an MLB game. Unlike Robinson and Doby, however, Thompson and Brown were signed less for progress than profit. With attendance dwindling, Brown's ownership hoped their presence would boost ticket sales. When neither the team's record nor the crowds improved, Brown was returned to the Monarchs and Thompson was released after the season. The Browns reverted to an all-white roster until 1951, when new owner Bill Veeck signed Satchel Paige. Thompson went on to break another barrier in 1949 with the New York Giants, becoming the only player to integrate 2 MLB franchises. He played there until 1956 and died in 1969. Brown never played in the majors again, but was posthumously elected to the Hall of Fame in 2006. Dan Bankhead, the last trailblazer of 1947, came not from the batter's box, but the pitcher's mound. On August 26th, Dan Bankhead of Alabama became the first black pitcher in MLB when Brooklyn Dodgers owner Branch Rickey brought him up. Bankhead had pitched in the Negro Leagues for the Birmingham Black Barons and Memphis Red Sox, and like 4 of his brothers, was steeped in baseball tradition. A former Marine, he was often compared to Hall of Famer Bob Feller for his velocity and talent. His debut was rocky. Entering in relief, he gave up 8 runs in just over 3 innings, yet in his first major league at-bat, he blasted a 2-run homer, making history as the first black player to homer in his debut plate appearance. Despite his promise, Bankhead struggled with injuries, control issues, and the immense pressures of integration. After brief stints with Brooklyn through 1951, he left the majors at 31. He died in 1976. Together, Doby, Thompson, Brown, and Bankhead expanded the doors Robinson had opened. Each endured unique challenges, but all paved the way for generations of black players to follow.